Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to report Superman was peak. My prayers for the DCU to start with a bang were fulfilled, and I seriously couldn't be happier with the direction of this universe. Let's review what made James Gunn's Superman so spectacular and discuss the greatness that is ahead for DC Studios. If you enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Wow. Firstly, before we go into depth about this movie, I want to publicly address the haters in my comments that were so confident that this movie was going to flop. God, it feels good to be right. But for real, if any movie in recent history had the most pressure to succeed, it was this one. I just can't believe it not only succeeded, but did so with flying colors. Superman is a character that's so near and dear to me, and I feel like for the first time on the big screen, I saw the Superman I've grown up with. We've had good live-action adaptations in the past, but this version was uniquely outstanding at mixing both spectacular action with amazing character writing, which makes it my definitive Superman without a doubt. Superman has a lot of heart in this movie. He's the ultimate good cop and emits a ray of hope wherever he goes. David Corenswet embodies the character so well. I really hope we get to see him again pretty soon. The antagonist to all of this is Lex Luthor, who's brilliantly played by Nicholas Hoult. Lex, in typical Lex fashion, spends all of his energy and resources trying to bring down Superman. He's a D1 hater for Superman, and for much of the film, we don't get a clear reason for it. Many assume it's for money or power, which taking Superman down does definitely provide for him, but at the end of the day, it's an ego thing. Lex simply hates Superman because he feels inferior to him. I think they got that idea across very well by the end of the movie. Where Superman is completely good, moral, and humble, Lex is manipulative, self-centered, and narcissistic. I love the dynamic between these two in the movie and really hope we get to see more of it later down the line. I could almost see Lex becoming a Loki type character where he pops up many times throughout the universe. A significant element in this movie was the tug of war between Superman's humanity and his identity as an alien from Krypton. I thought this was the heart and soul of the story, honestly. Superman struggled to find acceptance from the people he was trying to protect, and even went through a sort of identity crisis after the full message from his parents were revealed. I love the struggle he went through, and the moment it felt like he found himself, when Jonathan Kent essentially told him it was his actions that defined him. That was definitely the core message of the whole movie. Superman exudes a sense of self-worth and perseverance. He does the good thing always, and he knows no other way to be. Even with Krypto, who we find out later in the movie isn't even his dog, he goes as far as to turn himself into Lex just for a glimpse of hope to save the dog that has been nothing but trouble for him. He's the kind of Superman who would stop fighting to save a cat out of a tree. What a clear change up from the Man of Steel version of the character. This is Superman. James Gunn definitely delivered. The side characters were actually 10 out of 10 across the board. My standout was Lois Lane. As I predicted, she was the best Lois Lane I think we've ever gotten. Her chemistry with Superman was electric, and I like that they started the movie with them already being romantically involved. The Justice Gang was really fun to watch as well. Guy Gardner was by far my favorite. I love seeing the Green Lantern powers in live action again, and his personality just had me laughing out loud multiple times. I could not wait for the Green Lantern TV series to come out. Seeing Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan together on screen is about to blow my mind. I already know. Mr. Terrific was also hilarious and has quickly become a character I really love. I hadn't known much about him before watching this movie, besides him being one of the smartest characters in DC, but I definitely think he's going to become a much more popular character for the general audience. That fight scene with him and Lois was for sure a standout in the movie. Hawkgirl was great as well. Her battle cry was ear-deafening, but I thought it was really cool. I hope we get more of her story later down the line, and the inclusion of Hawkman. I want to see them face off against someone like Vandal Savage in live action. I can't wait to see more of the Justice Gang in general. I want to see the group grow in size and eventually become the Justice League that we all know. I'm so curious how large of a group they will have for the first Justice League movie, and who the specific members will be. I'm hoping we get a Barry Allen or Wally West Flash for the first chapter of the DCU, but I could also see them saving him for after the first movie, simply because there doesn't seem to be a ton of spots open. We already know there would be Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, for sure. Maybe Supergirl will be a part of this team in the DCU, but I'm not too sure. Speaking of Supergirl, I actually couldn't be more hyped for her movie. For one, I love Millie Alcock since I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones. Secondly, I've always really liked Supergirl's character, especially the version in the DC animated universe. I also did watch a good bit of the CW show, but I stopped after a while. I'm excited to hear that the new Supergirl movie is based on the popular Woman of Tomorrow comic. I haven't read it, but I've heard nothing but great things about it. I might have to give it a read before the movie comes out. Members of the Daily Planet were all great as well. I heard someone say that they'd like a spin-off TV series of the Daily Planet crew going on journalistic adventures. I'd 100% watch that show. Jimmy Olsen had a huge role in this movie, and it was hilarious how he would just walk down the street and every woman was staring at him. He was pretty vital in bringing down Lex. I've spent the last week after watching Superman going through the previous DCU projects before this movie, so I can show my support and be completely immersed in this universe. I started with Creature Commandos, which was so much better than I thought it was going to be. I really enjoyed all of the characters and exploring their backstories. I actually can't wait for season 2 to come out. I then watched The Suicide Squad. Now I know this isn't technically a part of the DCU, but several characters have ties to this movie that are now canon in the DCU, so I figured I needed to watch it. We first see Weasel, Peacemaker, Amanda Waller, several of the Argus members, and more. It was a solid movie. I wasn't too high on it, but I did enjoy it. Then I finally caught up with Peacemaker Season 1. Again, I'm not sure if this is technically considered canon to the new DCU, but I know for sure that Season 2 is going to be. I don't know, it's kind of confusing what they are retconning and what they are not. Peacemaker was a lot of fun though. I grew to love John Cena's character by the end, and I'm ready to see way more content from him. James Gunn has hinted we will get a massive cameo in Season 2, so I'm excited for that. The lineup for Chapter 1 of the DCU is incredible. It's a good mix of fresh characters that we either have never seen in live action or haven't seen done well. The Clayface and Teen Titan movies immediately jump out to me as the most exciting upcoming projects. I love the approach that Gunn is going for. He's not throwing every single legacy character at us right away. He's taking his time, giving us smaller teams and characters sprinkled in with large IP that we want to see done well. All in all, I am unbelievably excited for the future of the DCU, and I couldn't be happier with the new Superman movie. And now for the rating. Drum roll, please. I give Superman 2025 a 9 out of 10. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.